into the new age. This legislation would direct VA to study how blockchain technology can modernize and improve the Veterans Benefits claims process. VA must continue to be an innovative organization to deliver quality, advanced health care and benefits to our veterans. This bill would ensure VA stays on track. It has my full support, and I yield back. Does any other member wish to comment on the bill? Representative Mace, you're not recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The VA runs on a patchwork of decades-old legacy systems which are slow, inefficient, and prone to security vulnerabilities. These systems often stand in the way of veterans receiving their benefits in a timely manner, leaving veterans to navigate a maze of outdated portals and paperwork. These outdated legacy systems also serve as a target for waste, fraud, and abuse, siphoning crucial resources away from our veterans who earned them. Our veterans and the American taxpayer deserve better. Distributed ledger technology such as blockchain has the potential to transform how veterans access their benefits by providing greater efficiency, greater security, and greater transparency. My bill, H.R. 3455, the Veterans Affairs Distributed Ledger Innovation Act, is an important step to bringing the VA into the 21st century. This bill would direct the Secretary of Veterans Affairs to conduct a comprehensive study on how blockchain technology can be used to improve the clarity, traceability, and reliability of veterans' benefits claims, reduce the risk of fraudulent and inaccurate claims, and improve the accountability and the handling of claims and identify irregularities in benefits delivery. To keep the promises this country has made to veterans and to prevent fraudsters from diverting crucial resources away from our veterans, our technology must adapt with the times and come into the 21st century. Blockchain technology creates an unchangeable, auditable trail of interactions. It's time-stamped and tamper-proof, decentralized and secure, and authenticity can be verified instantaneously. In the financial services industry, we have seen blockchain-based solutions reduce processing times from days down to seconds. Imagine the applications within the VA on modernizing claims processing. If the VA adopts this technology, the days of waiting weeks for verification letters could be over. We owe it to our veterans to ensure outdated technology doesn't stand between them and the benefits that they've earned. And we owe it to the American taxpayer to ensure benefits are not a target for waste, fraud, or abuse. So I ask unanimous consent, Mr. Chairman, to enter into the record a letter of support of my bill, the Veterans Affairs Distributed Ledger Innovation Act, from the Digital Chamber into the record.
Without objection.
This bill is not a mandate to adopt blockchain overnight. It is a directive to study the technology, assess its value, and report back to Congress on findings and next steps. This is how we modernize thoughtfully. New technologies can help us build systems which are efficient, secure, and transparent. This bill is a step towards bringing the VA into the 21st century in a way which is deliberate and veteran-focused. So I urge all members on both sides of the aisle to support this common-sense modernization effort to help ensure veterans have timely access to the benefits they were promised, and I yield back.
Does any other member wish to comment on the bill? I now recognize Ranking Member Takano to offer an amendment to H.R. 3455.
I have an amendment at the desk to H.R. 3455 at the desk.
Clerk will report the amendment.
Amendment to H.R.
Has unanimous consent that further reading of the amendment is dispensed with without objection. So ordered. The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes to explain his amendment.
Thank you, Chairman Boss. It's similar to Representative Budzinski's remarks on H.R. 3494 on supply chain management, supply chain modernization effort. I worry that the passage of this bill may accelerate VA's involvement in an unvetted technology. My amendment would make meaningful changes to ensure that this study does not just become a check-in-the-box exercise, and would ensure that VA is, in fact, ready to take on this technology if analysis supports that approach. While the study would assess whether blockchain technology might improve operations, my amendment would ensure it also addressed how it may also create security vulnerabilities, data privacy concerns, or undue pressure on an already constrained OIT workforce. Further, VA should also take the time to consider if other potential solutions, like databases or cloud solutions, may be a better fit for VA in its budget. I'm not offering this amendment here today to say that blockchain definitively has no place at VA. I cannot tell the future on that. I'm simply here noting that before it rolls out such technology, it should have internal regulations that provide guidelines for its use, a governance structure to ensure that the right stakeholders are involved with its implementation and organization, and an overall strategy that takes into consideration staffing across the department, particularly within VA's modernization workforce, as well as the myriad other substantial projects that VA is undertaking, such as the electronic health record, FMBT, and supply chain, to name a few. VA told us that it was not ready to implement distributed ledger technology in the Oversight and Investigation Subcommittee legislative hearing on this bill, where it did not offer a position on the bill. So VA did not offer a position on this bill. VA also has not provided technical assistance for this piece of legislation. So as of today, we really don't know where VA stands in terms of assessing blockchain. Ultimately, many of the bills on today's agenda, H.R. 3455 included, seem to be pushing forward modernization efforts without performing the legwork to ensure that VA's workforce and systems are able to handle such efforts and that the necessary support structures are in place. I urge my colleagues to join me in helping VA modernize itself, not throw money out the door at fixes that are half-baked and may impair VA's ability to deliver on its mission. I urge my colleagues to support additional accountability measures in my amendment, and I ask them to support it. Thank you, and I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
The gentleman yields back. I recognize myself in opposition to the amendment. In order to modernize VA, we need to understand new technology that can make VA a more secure and efficient organization. The underlying bill does not require VA to use distributed ledger technology. It simply directs VA to study what the benefits and risks are. Yet this amendment puts roadblocks on the implementing this technology before it's even been studied. The amendment would also expand the study to look at alternative solutions like database, cloud solutions, and other subjects beyond the purpose of the study, whether the technology could be useful. I urge my colleagues to reject the amendment, to keep the bill focused on the intended purpose. And does any other member wish to comment on the amendment?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
The gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you. And with all due respect to the ranking member, he laid out the reasons why we should support this amendment. This is why the VA is stuck. This is why China is eating our lunch, is because we refuse to modernize. And every time we have a chance to modernize technology and systems to prevent waste, fraud, and abuse, et cetera, Congress has a great ability to stifle that innovation, to slow it down, and that's why we have legacy systems built on COBOL from 30, 40, 50 years ago that we just can't move forward. We have a VA website that veterans can't navigate, and so this bill does not roll out any technology. It is simply a comprehensive study, and will determine, if and how and where, if at all, blockchain technology can be used at the VA to help our veterans first and foremost. And so I would ask my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to support this. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Anyone else seeking recognition on the Takano amendment? Seeing none, the question now occurs on agreeing to the Takano amendment to H.R. 3455. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. No. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it. The noes do have it. And without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Any further amendments to H.R. 3455? I now recognize General Berkman for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the committee favorably report H.R. 3455 to the full House.
The question is, on favorably reporting H.R. 3455, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no.
No.
In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The motion is agreed to, and H.R. 3455 is reported favorably to the House.
Mr. Chairman, pursuant to House Rule 11, Clause 2, I give notice of intent to file minority, supplemental, additional, or dissenting views on H.R. 3455 as amended.
Without objection.
Representative Nancy Mace, RSC, introduced legislation aimed at bringing the Department of Veterans Affairs into the modern age by studying how blockchain technology could be applied to its systems. Known as H.R. 3455, the Veterans Affairs Distributed Ledger Innovation Act directs the VA to conduct a comprehensive study on how distributed ledger technology might improve the benefits claims process for veterans. Supporters of the bill stressed that the VA currently operates on decades-old legacy systems that are inefficient, slow, and vulnerable to fraud. These outdated systems often delay the delivery of benefits and create unnecessary obstacles for veterans. Mace argued that blockchain technology could provide greater security, efficiency, and transparency by offering an unchangeable, auditable record of interactions that is both tamper-proof and easily verified. She pointed out that similar technology in the financial services industry has reduced processing times from days to seconds, and suggested that if applied within the VA, it could eliminate long waiting periods for veterans seeking benefit verification. The bill is not a mandate to adopt blockchain immediately, but rather a directive for the VA to carefully evaluate its potential, assess risks, and report findings back to Congress. Mace highlighted that modernization must be veteran-focused and deliberate, ensuring that benefits are processed faster while protecting against waste, fraud, and abuse. Not all members were convinced. Ranking Member Tano expressed concerns that the legislation could push the VA too quickly toward an untested system without fully weighing the risks. His amendment sought to broaden the study to include potential vulnerabilities such as data privacy, workforce capacity, and whether alternative technologies like cloud solutions might serve the VA better. He emphasized that the VA should not rush into adopting a system without proper internal regulations and governance structures in place. Others opposed his amendment, warning that efforts to add conditions would stall progress. They argued that the legislation was only about studying blockchain, not implementing it, and that delaying even a study reflected the very resistance to modernization that has left the VA reliant on outdated systems for decades. After debate, the amendment failed. The committee moved forward, voting to report the bill favorably to the House. While some members reserved the right to submit dissenting views, the measure advanced as a step toward exploring how modern technology could reshape the way veterans access and receive the benefits they have earned.